Please remember to identify yourself and hold the mic close to your mouth.
Hi, my name is Wayne Steele. I'd like to know, you kind of answered this question already, but people in 2016 and 2017, is their hookup going to cost the same?
No.
Because if it doesn't, then it wouldn't be fair, would it? To people who are hooked up.
Basically, as I understand it, you mind if I paraphrase and correct me if I'm wrong? He wanted to know if people in 2016 and 2017 would be charged the same fee.
Or more.
And whether or not it would be fair if they were not.
You said that it could go up.
I understand.
Then why people nowadays would be hooking up for whatever the 70 years now, and then people like 3 years from now may be paying $10,000 to hook up. Who knows?
Wait, this is a matter of basic inflation. When you go to buy a car today, you're going to pay a certain amount. When you 3 years from now, you go back to buy that same car, it's not the same price. Basically, that's the formula that you have to understand.
Get close to the mic and identify yourself, please.
Good evening, my name is Martin Crockett. I am with the Stop the Tansi Sewer website. My wife and I run it. All of you for coming here tonight. It is very important, and obviously you all think it's important, and thank you so much for coming out. I'd also like to thank Herb here for his wonderful sarcasm that he's given tonight. It's been very nice to see, but I do have a question. Just a little bit ago, and I have all sorts of questions that I could ask, but something was said a little bit ago that I just have to ask. You said a little earlier that it would be almost impossible to send out notices to all of the property owners here, right? That's what you said. Is that correct? In that case, how can you send out bills?
I appreciate what your comment. You're absolutely right. Could it have been done? Absolutely. You know, again, a lot of this, the organization of this district happened 4 or 5 years ago. It's been in place for 4 or 5 years. This board was established in March. You know, we didn't have any input into really the creation of it. We were asked after the creation to serve on this board. So a lot of the things that went on in that time point, why people weren't communicating to, I really can't answer. I assumed that it would be difficult. I don't know that the mayor would have wanted, that would have been the mayor's choice, I guess, if he wanted to mail everybody questionnaires or allow a vote. But, again, your comment's accurate. It could have been done, but it wasn't. And that's unfortunate.
Again, working on an 8 o'clock time limit. If you have questions, please come get in an orderly line. And if you would, kind of move the line back over here. They're asking that they be able to see all the way through the crowd. So, very close to the mic, and please identify yourself.
Hi, my name is Tracy Osborne. I have submitted a question, and you did try to answer it, and you also emailed the question, your response to me. My question was, what is your contingency plan if there is a spill? You told me that you had extra capacity, all kinds of other things that I didn't ask. I asked, what are you going to do if it spills? You told me that the sewer water, the treated water, goes into the Hiawatha Lake Basin. That is a freshwater lake. What happens when you have a spill and you pollute the lake? What is your contingency plan?
My feelings are hurt because you asked the question better than I did. And I get paid to talk on a microphone. Gentlemen?
The water that is returned to Lake Hiawatha is virtually at drinking water quality, and we are...
That's not a question.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a fact, and it is a fact that gets tested several times a week.
That wasn't her question.
system is built in such a way that, short of somebody blowing the plant up, that a spill is not likely under any circumstances that we know of.
I'm sorry. Trying to accommodate as much as I can here. Oh, somebody lost their gum. Identify yourself and very close to the mic, please.
My name is Elmer Kinzer, and I live on Craven Drive. You answered a question about a lady asked before, but I'm asking another one. If these people let you put a lien against their houses, I'm gonna let you do mine. How are you gonna sell them bonds when you have nothing to back them up?
That's right.
We're not relying 100% on the bond issue to fund the system.
Pretty close.
We're looking at other alternatives.
That plus our fees. POA ain't got no more money.
The bond issue is temporarily on hold, all the paperwork is involved. We're looking into downsizing the phase 3 into a phase 3A that will accommodate lower costs and lower fees.
If these people let you put a lien against your house like I'm gonna do, you won't have any money.
How are you? Step over here to me. You make me look so much better. Thank you.
My name is Janice Crenshaw, and my question is I'm having a little bit of a hard time understanding, along with some others, that when you leave for a month or 3 months, having to pay for a utility that you're not using. Now in the summertime, a utility like the gas company, where we don't use any gas in the summertime, we get a maintenance bill like $7. And I don't really understand why, when you're not using the water, that you wouldn't get like a maintenance bill like the gas company does, and that you're charged the minimum 50 for something that you're not really using. And I don't really know of anywhere in the U.S., in the country, where they would charge you that full minimum. And if there is, I'd like to know where it is.
Yeah. If you're not helpful.
I understand your point. Again, as I mentioned earlier, the really ugly part of this is, and again, the state has created this situation because they know you don't want to pay these fees. So they have made laws that require those payments because nobody wants to buy sewer. Nobody wants to pay for it. So the state has created laws that mandate that it gets paid for. I mean, that's really the only answer I can give you. I don't necessarily agree with that. A lot of you don't. But that's what we're dealing with.
In addition to that, we are looking into and are deeply involved in re-examining the rates based on our lower, the size of this next phase, reducing it significantly, which would, in most instances, lower the fees that we need to pass on. Excuse me, I hit the wrong button. And this is still we are still looking into the various alternatives of addressing the question about part-time residencies here, and that kind of thing. And even there was an earlier question about in the summertime having a percentage of the water that you use for irrigating your yard and things like that. We're still in the process of looking into those alternatives.
Crockett. My question is, on the abundance fees that you're gonna put on the county taxes if nobody pays them, don't you have to have 10 of the 18 commissioners to agree to do that before you can do that? And if they don't do that, can you still do it? You probably will, but can you legally do that? Don't you have to have 10 of the county commissioners to do that? I was told that. You can't.
Would you restate that question?
Yes. If you have to put the abundance fees onto the county taxes, do you have to get the county commissioners, 10 of them, to be able to approve that before you can do that, or can you just do it?
You're absolutely right in that it is the prerogative of the county commission and not within our purview to make a tax assessment. Therefore, it is only if we and other people who want the sewer system can convince, as you said, at least 10 county commissioners to vote yes on that particular subject.
No, right.